Okay, so let's just switch gears here a little bit. X3.
hmm
What secrets are you gonna tell us here about the X3? What are you building?
Well, I've been working on this thing for quite some time here. Let's see, it would have been since about October, I think it was, when we picked it up. End of September, October. Yeah, I've done a lot of work. Worked with a lot of great sponsors on it. Worked with Venom Waders, Performance Fabrication, Quad Shop, Demon, ATV Tires Canada, UTV Canada, Dirty Life, RJWC. Yeah, we got lots of great guys we're working with. It's a good looking machine. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's right in front of me here. So
And you're not gonna turn that camera around, are you?
no, sir.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait with the rest of the world. So, do you want to shed some light on your color scheme, or is that a closely guarded secret as well?
Well, I was shown a few pictures of a handful of things we've been doing to it. I've always wanted, I've never had a machine that had anything Manta on it. So Manta's always been one of my favorite colors, and I wanted, I mean, X3s for the most part, they're all kind of done in a certain way. They all kind of got the track look or the stadium truck kind of look. This one is kind of done like it looks like a loud kind of a sled type build here. There's color all over it. It's kind of spazzed out and yeah, it's a neat looking machine. So
So, did you go with a custom cage on this one, or?
haven't done a custom cage yet on it. Maybe in the winter or maybe in next fall. If I do keep the machine, we're gonna do a lot more to it. Done a bit of engine work to it. Did a cat delete straight pipe on it. The thing is loud as could be.
Yeah.
Done a handful of cool electronics with it and things like that. So,
Yeah, the cat delete, that will wake up the neighbors at 1 in the morning without any
oh,
effort at
it's
all.
at idle, you're screaming at your passenger. It's crazy
Yeah,
loud. Yeah.
yeah, but as far as the performance add and get rid of the heat, they really work well with the reflash too. So
hmm Yeah, we put one of the Dynajet Power Vision CX units in it, and I've been working with a fellow out of the states down at Wayland Speed R&D. So he's uh, he's been working on tunes for these for quite a while here, and he developed a pretty good tune for this machine. So we picked it up from him, and I just finished tuning it. So it's looks like it's laying down some pretty good numbers. So it should scream like crazy.
that's something I've always wanted to do is get one of these X3s on my dyno, but I definitely can't fit a 72-inch wide one. I might have to go for a trail version and see what they would.
This one I went with the 64-inch wide.
Okay.
And main reason being, where we ride up in the mountains, there's certain bridges that you got to be able to get across. I'm sure you've heard all what's going on with our government trying to shut our mountains down and all this type of thing. But so I mean up there, I mean a guy's got to be careful what he's doing up in the mountains nowadays. You can't just go up there and and rip the place up. And you have to. I mean it's absolutely mandatory to stay out of the water. So to do that, I mean you got to have a machine that'll fit across the bridges. So.
Hmm. And when you're riding, like what I wanted to know this from the start. Like, tell me about your ideal day of riding.
Well, we go up there. We'll usually run anywhere between, depending on how far we want to go, depending on how big the group is. We'll do anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers in a day. We like to take off about, we meet up at our staging areas, just up in Coleman in the Crow's Nest Pass. There, we'll meet up there about 8 o'clock in the morning. We like to be able to ride till 3, 4 in the afternoon, kind of thing. But ideal day would be on a nice day where we're not having to bundle all up. We like being able to get up high and have lunch in the clouds. We've had lunch at 7,500 feet before, so lots of fun. There's some pretty gnarly areas up there that definitely not for your beginner rider. Depending on who we have in our group, we kind of plan our ride around that. We don't want anybody to get hurt up there. And you get a machine broken down, or you get somebody hurt that far back, it can be a real issue. Just a broken down quad back there, it can be iffy whether or not you're going to get it out. I mean, there's some hills and inclines back there that are 500 feet tall that you wouldn't dare try to pull something up with another machine. It's one of them things. I mean, it's world class riding, but it can get pretty hairy. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's one trip I haven't taken yet. Is I've wanted to go on a bit of a family friendly mountain ride,
Hmm.
just do something different, and it hasn't happened yet. But that's
Yeah,
something that I'm
like
gonna.
they've got trails that are good for the family and good for the kids learning and that kind of thing. And then if a guy really wants to see if he can come back, there's trails like that too.
I don't know. Um, I like riding skeg though too, because I mean I can make a mistake in the skeg and not hurt myself. I might break my machine, but I ain't gonna typically hurt
Yeah, you're not going to
myself.
tumble off a cliff.
Yeah. So, but
That's
yeah.
one thing that I haven't had much of an opportunity to do yet is blast around in the skeg. There's not much of it anywhere around here. Closest skeg is up north quite a ways. So.
Well, if you're coming out for the FRCC this summer,
Hmm.
we should arrange something. We'll go for a ride, and we should hit up some of that good skeg with that X3 of yours.
Well, I'd love to try out the skeg. Let this thing
Yeah.
wind out.